Hey everyone, it's Jodi and Bauer, and I just want to take a minute to talk about leashes. I know it's not what I originally said I was going to talk about, but I'm still working on some skills. I haven't had a chance to look into editing the other video just yet, because I need to put a few videos together to make that video make sense. So I'm going to do a one-shot talk about leashes and leash mechanics. So there are a lot of different types of leashes, and I have a lot of different types of leashes because I walk a lot of different types of dogs. So I'm just going to go over some of the different things you see and what you might what might work for you and what might not work for you. So the first leash is your standard 6-foot leash. I would really only I wouldn't recommend these for walks. I would really only recommend these when you're going somewhere that you need your dog right next to you. If you're going to the vet, you bring them to the dog nanny for the day, I would use this 6-foot leash. It's close to you, you know, everything. You don't have to worry about them wandering off or whatever. But I wouldn't use this for a walk around the neighborhood or even a walk in the woods. You want to give them more room at that point in time. But I do want to go over, there are a couple of different ways, safe ways to hold your leash. So the worst way you can hold your leash is like this. Dog sees something exciting, he pulls, it's just going to open your hand if you're not ready for it. So one way they say to do it is you loop it over your thumb like this, and then you can hold it like that, and it's, all the tugging isn't going to pull that. I don't find that particularly comfortable. I am definitely more of a wrist through the loop and hold on to this. And again, it's, it could, if I'm not paying attention, it could come off. But my job as a dog walker is to pay attention, so I do enjoy holding like this, but this is also a good way to do it. So I'll just do that again. You're going to put it over your thumb, then you're going to put the rest of the leash through your hand. So your thumb is down on your fingers, and your fingers are wrapped around the rest of the leash, and it's in the palm of your hand. Or through the loop, and you hold on to the leash this way. So if you have padding on your leash, that a lot of them come with foam up here, that makes this method harder, and I'll still do this when I'm walking a client's dog and they have the foam. I'll still hold it this way a lot of the times. If I know the dog really well and I know they're not a puller, I might hold it like this, but this is my preferred way to do it. And that's the 6-foot leash. So when I walk Bauer on, is this 8 or 9? I forget if this is 8 or 9 foot. This is a little longer. It gives him a little bit more freedom to go sniff, and I'm not being pulled into the bushes. Like if he's like, oh, I really want to smell that bush over there, I'm not being pulled into the bushes because he's got room to move. He's got all this extra room to run around and sniff things, and I'm not getting pulled into the bushes. Also, a little word about yellow leashes. So I got one that specifically says caution on it, because that's my dog. He doesn't want to meet you. He doesn't want to meet your dog. Please just give us space. But also yellow leashes in general. And it's not as big in the United States as I wish it were. But a lot of people buy yellow leashes to signal that their dog does not want to meet other dogs or people. It's an easy way, it's a bright color, you can see it easily. Some people will put yellow ribbons on their leashes if they don't have a particularly yellow leash. So just keep that in mind. If you see someone with a yellow leash, they may not want you to be coming near them or their dog. Another option when we run, which honestly means it hasn't been used in over a year, is a leash that goes around your waist. I like the bungee cord for running. I don't like it normally for walking. It can get jerky, but the running, it gives them a little extra if they get a little further out, or if I stop or slow down suddenly and they haven't met my stride yet, it gives them a little extra room. I know people who love to walk on these for the same exact reason. It gives them a little extra room. I just feel like I get jerked a lot because it's tight, you know. So this is a good hands-free option. They also have, so now I have my hands-free, I can run. I can give treats, whatever is, whatever's needed, whatever I need my hands for. You need your hands for things. I can pick flowers, whatever. They do also have a new type that I haven't used yet. It goes across your body. So it would go over your shoulders, around and down, come out here. I haven't used that one yet. I hope to someday. It looks like it'd be nice hands-free. You can do whatever you need. So yeah, that's a hands-free option. You got a couple of hands-free options if you prefer to not have to hold your leash all the time. One thing I always have with me when I walk, not so much when I walk Bower, but when I'm out walking clients' dogs, is a slip lead. This is just in case, I just wear it like this, just in case the leash breaks or the harness breaks or some equipment breaks. It's always good to have a backup. You know, I actually had to walk a dog home once that their leash had broken, and I just had the collar, so I had to like bend over and walk the dog like this the entire time. So that's the second option. And the last thing I want to talk about is long lines. Long lines are important. Long lines are great for many things. They're really, you know, people don't think they're good for reactive dogs. They're great for reactive dogs because it gives your dog the feeling that they can move more. So they're less likely to bark and lunge and pull in the direction of something that they don't like if they feel they can go the other way and escape. So long lines are great. This is a 20-foot long line. I use this a lot in the woods with dogs. And it does take some getting used to because it's 25-foot line and it's not always going to be slack. I'm sorry, sometimes it is going to be slack and you're going to end up getting caught in it. So when you're using a long line, you want to, you know, however you're going to hold it, you want to keep slack in your hand. And you want to keep it loose so that they can, you know, you can just let it go as the dog goes along. You can just let the different loops go down, but you can also gather it up as you're going. And you can, I would honestly, it sounds crazy, but I would practice this before taking it into the woods, because if you get one of these caught around your ankle and the dog is running, man, that rope burn hurts. So, you know, it might be good to try it out before you take it into the woods or the street or whatever. The big thing with long lines is, especially with reactive dogs, now when I'm just picking up slack, I'll just do this. If I'm afraid, if he's going to be pulling on it, lunging and barking at someone, you need to be able to make sure you get big, you know, you want to make that distance pretty short pretty quickly. So that's something to practice with your dog is, you know, getting that slack back up pretty quickly when you're afraid that they're going to start lunging or barking at somebody. So I did want to play a game. I don't know what Robert is up to. Hey, Val. Val. Edward! I think my mother might have actually let him in the house, so yeah, hold on. Let me pause this real quick. Alright, so I found him. I just wanted to do a quick game. It's called Getting Into Leash Pressure. And this is a good game to play with your dog so that when you're on a walk and you want to head in a different direction, it becomes a reflex for them to just go with whatever direction the pressure of the leash is giving them. You don't want to tug them all the time. That's frustrating for them. So what you want to do, I'm going to take some chicken and I'm going to, so he's not paying attention to me, he's going the other way. So I'm going to pull a little bit. Oh, good boy. You see he comes. I give him a little treat. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to pull a little bit on the leash. Can you see? Are we far enough back? Come here. Now pull a little bit on the leash. He comes. Click. Treat. Oh, he's not hungry right now. This is his breakfast, and he wasn't eating his breakfast, so I don't know. I'll try again. Oh, here. Starting this game, you want to, the minute they turn towards that leash pressure, give them the treat. Click a treat. And he's being stubborn because he is. He's letting me know he does not want to play with it anymore. So it's a little early in the morning for him. But just keep that in mind, just a little leash pressure. You're not going to tug, you're not going to give them a correction, you're just going to give them a little bit of leash pressure, and pay attention to what your dog's doing. If they're just not in the mood, they're not going to learn. You want this to be a game, you want it to be fun, so that when you're out in the real world, they'll be better, more likely to stop and turn and come the way you want them to go. So do this like a couple of times a day, or once a day for a minute or two. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be something that's going to become reflex for them and muscle memory. They're just going to go because they're used to, it reminds them of the game. Oh yeah, this is what I do when I feel this pressure. I go in the direction of the leash. So give it a try, and look into your different leashes. Find something that's comfortable for you. Find something that isn't going to be cumbersome and make you feel like you have too many things in your hand. So enjoy your walks with your dogs. Don't fight. Just enjoy. Have fun.